What up? Okay, so anyway, yeah. Let's see. I finished Gunslinger Girl, and I saw Nausicaa. But that was I did both of those things before I made a new recording. So making them recording for both of them now, I will try to do better about that because, well, like, you see, the thing is that I watch while I'm waiting at work to get picked up. So the problem is that it's really loud there. We're in a warehouse, so I don't so I can't record there, right? So, like, there's that as a problem. Our plan. I wonder what he's listening to. Talking about Gunslinger Girl. Anyway. Once again. Right, let me just pull up my notes. Okay. Right, so the first one that popped up is the the first one that popped up is the I was gonna make a tier list of the little girls that shoot terrorists up. The creepy little girls that shoot terrorists up. Now, just for consistency's sake, I will say that my favorite is probably Rico. Like, my favorite's probably Rico, then Clyce, then Triella, then Henrietta, then Elsa, then Angelica, which is it's just kind of a jerky thing to say. But, yeah. So, but that's not what I have written down here. I have them written down in order of goodness. Oh, and also, you'll probably be seeing some annotations, maybe over this, because I'm a terrible but I don't know, because I'm a terrible editor. Anyway, so, but this tier list is not in order of my favorites. It probably should be. I just didn't feel right putting Rico in, like, the top, but she's my favorite, so, like, best gunslinger, I guess. I don't know. That's terrifying. We got Henrietta. So in S tier we have Henrietta and Triella. In A tier we got Angelica and Christ. In B tier we got Rico. And in C tier we have Elsa Tessica. And that's basically just the tier list right there. Let's see. I also wrote down some other news. Anyway. So, yes. So after I finished watching, I looked it up on Reddit, and the subreddit led me to a Discord server, which is pretty good. I find it fun. I think it's interesting. I found it interesting. This is gonna sound weird, but I'm terrified of guns, and there's a gun channel on it, and it kind of freaks me out. But that's okay. That is a-okay. Let's see. Oh, yes. So I was just wondering what series of government write-offs led us to this situation. Like, after a while, that's what I was wondering. Because, like, the premise of this anime or manga, the premise of this story is really weird. Like, okay, And so research and development, sure, and fighting terrorism and the secrecy of a little girl being the anti-terrorist hunter. But like, someone had to come up with that idea, and maybe Doyleist because it's weird, but Watsonian, I don't know how to justify that Watsonianly. I don't know if it's normal to justify that Watsonianly, but I tried. No, mind you, I haven't read the manga. So going based just solely off of... Well, okay, my explanation... Let me get back to talking. So... basically what I was thinking is that someone had the idea to get funding for quote-unquote the social welfare agency. And they needed to, and so to get that funding, they started doing things. They got the funding for it. It's like, oh, that's a wonderful cause. But then the, for whatever reason, like for whatever reason they had to follow through with it. And on the other side of the coin, there were some like terrorists, and for some reason they had to research and development was like, hey, we can make cyborgs. Research and development was like, hey, we can make cyborgs. And they didn't have the funding for that. So like someone got the papers crossed, and so now both of the funding for the little girls and the funding for the cyborgs got like mixed up, and now they're like, so now research and development has all of these little girls, and so obviously what you're supposed to do is use the best. Research and development just has a bunch of dying little girls. And obviously, since you're fighting terrorists with limited funding, the best following course of action is to use your resources wisely.